What's happening? Okay, I think I'm back, guys. I think I am back. It's raining outside. YouTube doesn't want my live. I'm not sure what's going on. And I'm trying to go live again. Is anybody there? Else? Come back, guys. I saw you guys there now. My angle is whack though. I'm gonna try and keep my volume low. Yes. Hey, Mutawasha. Sorry about that it had to log out, but it's back on. Would you guys like me to close the curtain? Is it too bright for you guys? We've got lightning, so the thunder is coming right this moment. Waiting. Yay! Okay, so you guys need to ask questions. Wow, you guys are back. Oh, I'm so glad. I thought you guys disappeared. There's the thunder I was telling y'all about. Love from Botswana. Hi, Gelitzo Joy. Hi, Zonele. Oh, the lighting is perfect. I'm so glad, Zone. Awesome, Pearl. Thanks so much. So have you ever used aloe vera to remove spots on your face? I've just started using it and I threw the packet away actually. I would literally show you what I used the other day. It's a mask. I've got scarring right now here. These are beauty dots, and the reason I've got scarring is because I just broke out a month or two ago, and then all of a sudden it just stayed there. Like those pimples were there for that long. No, I'm not scared of the lightning. No, it's pelele, no, not at all. Thank you. I thought I did disappear, babes. I did. I did the live on my. Can you guys hear me clearly? Please tell me. Okay, there's a lot of questions. So let me answer one question at a time. I was filming on my iPad, trying to go live on my iPad. That didn't work out. Now I decided, let me just do it on my phone. In fact, I tried on my PC first. My PC was on the floor. That didn't work out. And now I'm like, you guys, guys are asking a lot of questions that are, if your husband cheated, and if you found out, would you stay? If it was an affair that lasted longer than a year, would I stay? Yo, baby, my husband's around, so this is a hard question. Yolz, are you Zulu or closer? Like I'm literally, I'll be back on that question. For now, let's answer the other questions because it's a deep question. I don't know why I've got these on because they're unnecessary. Yeah, I'm Swati. I'm none of the above. Just want to see all the questions. This is weird. Let me move it this way. So on the cheating part, it's, you know, cheating is a psychological problem. It's not the fact that someone's cheating on you because there's something wrong with you. It's something that's wrong with them. So it's a difficult question to answer like a yes or no, because I don't know what I would do. What I know is at this point I love my husband and I am faithful to him and I trust he is. And if he would break that, it would shatter me. That's what I know. I would be broken. I wouldn't know what to do with myself. That's the truth. How I would react, I don't know. Of course, the immediate reaction would be get out. Would that be permanent? I don't know. Hey, I didn't even fix my hair today. Netflix and chilling. Yeah, so that's my answer for now. Where's baby Fez? With so many Z's, he is literally in ZZ land. He's sleeping. He just fell asleep. He was watching a movie in the bedroom with my husband and he decided to sleep. Thank goodness. Y'all, did you get a loan for your wedding or did you save up? I saved up. We saved up. We didn't want any debt getting into marriage. Let me move this thing into your face. Just because we thought it wouldn't be something that we will be able to handle first things first. Like, there's already a lot of challenges getting into marriage. In fact, lobola nje, family, true colors show up, things happen. And we thought just the money problems, we wouldn't want that to be the tone we set for our wedding immediately. I'm not saying it's a bad idea, but I am saying be mindful that it may seem like a very good idea getting into marriage and getting debt, But to be honest with you, look at the long-term effects of it, and also the reality right now. Most marriages are failing, not just because of cheating, but part of it is finances. Part of it is because, debt. They went into debt, they can't afford that, so you don't want that. Okay, how are you willing, what how willing away time? I don't understand your question, Tabili. How are you willing away time in this COVID saga? I'm really don't understand. How are you dealing with COVID-19? Wow. Today I could not deal. I had to go to the bank to fetch my card. I've had, that whole thing of your card expires after 3 or 4 years, your bank card. Mine was due and I completely forgot. I actually left it to the last minute and I realized I actually need to go to the bank. So I went in. Thankfully, my bank had sanitizers at the door, somebody literally spraying. In fact, the mall I went to had sanitizers from the boom gate, and going into the bank felt safe enough. People were keeping a safe following distance. And there wasn't a lot of people actually, so I felt a bit safe-ish, but the reality is there. The only thing is that biometric thing, your fingers, they didn't have, they just said put your finger there, and I was like, nah, do you have sanitizing wipes, please? Because this is not going to work. My finger's not going to go there where everyone's finger is. So yeah, you just have to live with it. And then also, I was very mindful of the time I spent at the mall. I needed to also go to Pick and Pay, even though it was non-essentials. To be honest with you, it was not essential. It was aromat. I literally went in and out. I was like, we need aromat because we're gonna be at home more, we're gonna be cooking more, and my scrambled eggs don't taste the same. My husband even pointed it out the other day. They don't taste the same without the aromat. So I had to go. So let's call it a non-essential essential. Hey y'all, please share tips on how to network and just make conversation with people when you enter unfamiliar places. This is so exciting because Wednesday's video, you guys are always in tune with my midweek motivation videos. Wednesday's video is all about networking, so I'm really excited. I was pretty nervous that I'm putting out content that's not fully midweek motivation stuff. It's more empowerment content. But I'm really excited that you asked that question, because now at least I know. Am I saying it right? What products do you use on your hair? To be quite honest with you, I think it was November last year, I made a decision while I still had a full head of hair that going into 2020, I want to use one brand on my hair. And if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that I've been using Afrobotanics products, because in the past 3.5 years of my hair journey, I've been using every single product. And I really haven't also been fully enjoying my hair. And I thought, if I just focus on one range, even if they change or I change product, in fact, if I do deviate, I use Gold Boss products, but mainly my stash is Afrobotanics products. So that's really what I use for my hair. That's what I've been using. Also, because the curl activator that worked for my hair is from Afrobotanics, and I was just like, I ain't going back. I want to shampoo with the same brand. I want to use the same conditioner, yeah, it just helps. How do I deal with procrastination? Goals, my babes, goals. So I was literally napping before this live, and what woke me up was the zeal of chatting to you guys. I was like, I'm not gonna let the day go by without me chatting to you. To be honest with you, I did vlog and I just could not get to editing the vlog. I didn't have that, and I think we all in that state right now, where it's not procrastination that we're in, it's a state of you can't deal with everything all at the same time. We can't fully comprehend COVID-19. We can't fully give answers. We don't know what we don't know. That state is frustrating. At the same time, we have so much to do, but we're bored. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So I was in that state, and I think a lot of creators are there. So you just find ways of, I don't know, getting out of bed and doing it, just because there's someone out there who may want to hear your voice, or who may want something positive outside of the news that we're hearing. So sometimes procrastination for me, the only way I deal with it is trying to be positive and doing something for someone else. I'm like, it's for someone else, it's not for me, let's do it. The other thing is, if there's money attached to it, I ain't procrastinating, baby. please come back to empower us at Wits, CCDU, when you get back to school. Oh, that would be awesome. I really loved going to Wits, talking to the students there. So perhaps maybe we could do that again. How do you deal with failure? So I do have a video on rejection. Is that failure as well? Maybe not. Let me answer the question directly. Failure is a hard one, because what is failure? Let's define that. Like, what is failure? And the reason I ask is because we have so many definitions of, and it's pretty personal. I think failure is very personal. Some things is not a fail, it's just a not yet, or it's just a fall, a quick fall where you can get up and go. And sometimes it's attached to risk, you know. Failure could be you losing the home that you bought for yourself and your household. So it's tricky, but generally the way I deal with it is assessing the severity of the failure and understanding how I can learn from it. Worse than a failure is not learning from a mistake. I think that is worse than anything. If you fail or you make a mistake and you don't learn a single lesson from it, you failed more than the initial failure. In a sense, you've made a bigger mistake because you've come out of that not even knowing if you can possibly repeat it in your life, do it again. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, life with Yenkosi. Hey y'all, I'm a new YouTuber and would like to know about music. Oh, your girl is not tech savvy with these lives. Okay, I'd like to know about music copyright on vlogs, as I've seen your brunch video. Oh, actually, I wanted to talk about that brunch video. I've seen your brunch with Miss Universe video. You mentioned extensively the artist music you used. So YouTube doesn't allow us to use owned music, so, or copyrighted music. Okay, some artists have got royalty free music. Some artists, I hope you can hear me through all this thunder. Some artists have got music that they've copywritten that cannot be used without their permission. So the Miss Universe branch vlog is a prime example. The artist was actually there. The artist was Jessica, the lady who did her poem in Xhosa about Miss Universe, and she mixed with English, obviously. She's the one who provided me her music. It was copywritten, but I had permission from her. She actually sent me her music via WhatsApp. We ended up networking to a point where we exchanged numbers. And then when I showed her the video, she was like, why don't you add my song? And I was like, oh, that'd be awesome, actually. Boom, bada bang, we made it happen. But I had to credit her because YouTube would flag that if I did not have permission. So I had permission from the artist and her management, and she approved. So if at all it was flagged still by YouTube, I could still go back and say, well, go and contact her management, or go and contact her, you know, the people who handle the music part of it, and find out from her if I did actually get permission. Hello y'all, Neil was asking, are you going to ever make a video about car buying tips for first time buyers? Possibly not, probably not. I don't really like debt videos. This is probably the only time I'm going to mention this on here. Wow, I'm getting all quiet because I don't want to say debt is negative, but debt is negative, guys. And I don't want my content to be around debt. I would rather be, and it's probably going to sound very confusing because it's going to help somebody, yes. But at the same time, I'm trying to build a brand that is more about enrichment. So it sounds so counterintuitive, but they're like financial advisors. There are financial advisors out there who specialize solely on building your wealth and not necessarily getting you out of debt. That's why you get debt collectors and you get investment advisors. Okay, I would see myself this side of things, but if I must answer this question, I think, no, I'm not going to do the vlog, but in my opinion, if you can buy a car cash, buy it cash. It's going to save you 5 years of interest buildup that you don't want to face. So yeah, that's probably my final answer on that. And did I buy my car cash? No. Have I? I'm only like in my 3rd year of paying for my car, but I'm ready to pay it off. Like, I think in the next month or 2 I'll be paying it off, just because I don't want that debt. I don't see myself paying 5 or 6 years of a car interest that's almost half the cost of the actual cost of the car. You don't want that, okay? So that's really my view. And it's all about wealth building. If you understand that part, you will understand the whole debt collector side of things versus wealth building side of things. Hey y'all, what can I use to improve the sound of my videos? I use a Huawei P10. Putting on earphones, maybe attaching a mic to it, definitely. Find out if you can go like to a camera store. Cameras is actually a store that specializes in selling cameras. Find out if they do have like a Rode mic for phones. Otherwise, I think earphones might help you. So my voiceovers on my videos, I actually attach my earphones. These regular earphones, they could be used on my iPad, they could be used on my Samsung. They're used on any device, but they're really good with sort of blocking out external noise. So find out if you can do that. Hey y'all, do you have a marketing team for your product, and do you do it yourself? If you did it yourself, where did you start? So I'm sure you're talking about Happy. I don't have a marketing team. I did everything myself. Where did I start? I just created an Instagram page. Yo, my fingers are everywhere. How do you deal with toxic family members? I don't actually, we don't deal, no, we don't deal with it, to be honest with you. No, we don't. To be honest, the toxic members we do have in our family, and I'm talking from a marriage perspective, as one, we tried to reach out and solve situations, solve the issues, and the answer was no. Or rather, the reaction was that we're not interested. So we didn't end up, resolving that. Yeah, actually, Palesa Biela is saying Nicolette Mashile has great advice on buying your first car. So I think, yeah, watch her content. She does specialize on finances, and she does everything. She does literally investment, savings, debt. So go watch her. She's great. She's got an amazing channel. What type of contraception do you use? I don't use any whatsoever. I don't think my skin would cope. I don't think my body would, I don't know how my body would react. So I've never ever been on any kind of contraceptive, which is another video coming sometime. How can I help my toddler adjust to me working from home? I usually hide from her, but that was when I worked at home once a week. Now I need to work weekly. Yo, Lumela, let me tell you, it's so difficult. Somebody actually taught me this, and it worked the one day I tried it. It's very difficult, plain and simple, because they want you. You need to dedicate time to them until they get to a point where they get used to you enough to leave you, for you to be able to work independently. So the other day I was able to play with Faze for about 2 hours, and he literally was just like, he had enough. It was enough time for him to be like, it's fine now, I can release you, you can go and sit down and work. And it worked out perfectly. It's not the ideal situation, especially if you've got emails to respond to, and if you're online, and if you're working in an office where people are checking if you're online all the time. So for me, I don't have to answer to anybody. When it comes to email time, I've got a set schedule, like a certain time where I answer emails, so it's much easier for me to set those boundaries. But I would suggest speaking to your manager and possibly saying, maybe segmenting your time, like saying at 12 o'clock I will respond to all emails by 12 o'clock. At 3 o'clock I will submit work that I've done. That way you then put pressure on yourself to deliver by those times, and in between those gaps you make time for your child. They want that. They don't understand why we have to be at home and not play with them. They really don't, especially on Mondays. I find Mondays and Fridays to be the hardest, because Monday, the day after Sunday, you've spent the whole day with them, you've come back from church, you've chilled with them, you've played with them, they've literally had you the whole day, and all of a sudden the switch is unjustified to them. Wow, I'm speaking so fast. It's unjustified to them. Like, why don't you want to play with me? I don't understand, you know what I mean? So yeah, I hope that makes sense. How old were you when you discovered your purpose in life? Jeepers. I think I was 19 or 20. I think I was in my second year of university when I kind of knew, Guti, my purpose is within the speaking side of things, praying, yeah, and sort of uplifting people. Yeah, let's see other questions. Hey y'all, how do you create really bomb thumbnails and the software? Love from Namibia. Hey Fearless. So here's a secret, guys. I actually do all my thumbnails on PowerPoint. Regular schmegular PowerPoint, guys. It's so easy. And I think I've done yeah, have I? Did I post it? Yo, for my Greece vlog, my Athens vlog, I remember filming a portion of how I edit my thumbnails. Whether or not I posted that in the video, if I eventually included, I'm not sure. But basically, I open up PowerPoint and I size it to a 16:9 frame. Um, this is going to be difficult to explain fully because you actually have to go onto PowerPoint to find those sections to create all of those things, because that's the most important thing. You want it to be the exact size as every single thumbnail on YouTube, right? Because it needs to fit the screen. Otherwise, you're going to have a square in a rectangle frame. You don't want that. So basically, that's the first thing I change. And then I choose a picture. Sometimes I do screenshot, which you probably would have seen a lot of the times. We do a lot of that. Screenshot from the video, especially if it's a vlog that looks like, like sanitize. Then you screenshot that. You literally cut the frame as it is. You don't have to screenshot to the precise size. It's better to do so, have more space than less. Then when you paste it on PowerPoint, the frame does adjust, like mostly. Somebody said I did DIY Yolande. Yes, I did include it in my Greece vlog. Please watch that vlog. I think it was the Athens vlog. Please watch that vlog. It is all included there. And then once you're done, you add your text, you play around with fonts, and then you save it as PNG or JPEG. The limit is 2 megabytes in terms of like the file photo size for YouTube. So if PNG goes up to 2.1 megabytes, I can't use it. Generally, then I use my JPEG by default. But some pictures are less than that. If it's from my phone and it's just one picture and words, it usually fits. I hope that answers your question, Fearless. Hey y'all, what do you do to keep yourself motivated and confident? So first things first, you have to read the word. I would say, like for me, you have to have something where you draw strength from. Strong people are not always the strongest people. They need strength. They need to always fill up. So for me, it's the Bible. And secondly, I think being confident, I've built it over time. It's not something I used to be like, I wasn't always confident, to be quite honest with you. I wasn't a shy person though. I was never shy, but I had that introverted side of me that didn't want all of this to come out. And I think growing up, I used to be told and heard that a girl must be seen, not heard. Did y'all hear that? That was a very loud thunder. So I used to hear all of those things, and now I'm like, man, I needed to get out of my shell. I'm not the quiet girl. I had to really be hard on me for me, if it should be lived out. I needed to say no to that. My voice, unfortunately or fortunately, has been built to be heard innately. I didn't build that, so I ended up speaking up even when I was told to keep quiet. And I think over time you build that up and it works. How do I use the Bible app? I use Gateway, I believe. I don't buy it. I use the free one. Is it raining there? Yes, babes. It's raining, it's thunder, it's lightning, it's everything. Okay. My self-affirmations. I don't write them down, but I do definitely say, Yolz, you are confident. Yolz, you are smart. Yolz, you are intelligent. Yolz, you are enough. Yolz, you are, geez, I say so many things about myself. I say things that will make me feel significant in the world. Yolz, you are significant. Yolz, you have a part to play. Yolz, you have something to bring to the table. And sometimes self-affirmation alone is not really, I want to say, effective if you don't really believe it, number one, and if you don't work towards it. Self-affirmation is something you affirm, yes, but it's still in the air unless you make it real to yourself. So if I say, Yolz, you are smart, you are intelligent, and I'm reading an email I don't understand, I literally tell myself, well, you are smart, so apply your mind. I do force myself sometimes to be like, Yolz, you say you are this, therefore how can you be this? How can you be more of that? You know, because sometimes I feel like self-affirmation sounds very flowery and in the air when it should actually be something you do work towards. It can be things that you may not see in yourself right now, but it's things that you can work towards. And I don't think we hear enough of that, but that's just my. This 4C hair, I don't know if you guys can hear me clearly. Please tell me my volume, because the volume outside is increasing. The rain is just pouring very loud. 4C hair is okay. There are different types of hair types, right? Hair typing is dependent on the pattern of your hair strand, okay? 4C hair is this type of hair. Say this is more 4B according to the definition. But basically, it starts off from a scale of 1 to 4. And I think it's so limited, but that's just my opinion. I won't talk about my opinion right now. I'm going to talk about the general scale. So that's from 1 to 4C, right? One type hair is just 1. And that's the straightest hair. That's the Chinese people or the white people with like super, super straight hair. Then you've got 2A, B, and C. That's your wavy type of hair. You get your wave that's like falling. Then you get your bigger wave, you know. Then you get your curlier looking wave. It goes like 1 and 2. Some Caucasian people have got 2 type hair, 2 type curls that are more like waves. When we get into the 3, we're talking about curls, okay? We've got curls that go like 1, 2, 3. And we've got tighter curls that are like this, like bouncy, tight curls. Then we get the curls that are, how can I describe it without naming people? Because I don't know. Have you ever seen, what's her name? I've got her in my head, but I can't get to her name. Destiny's Child, the darker girl. Somebody help me. Kelly Rowland's curls. Her natural curls are quite tight. I'd say that's 3C. My internet problems. Please work. Guys, I'm so sorry. Let me just fix my screen. Okay, so yeah. I hope that answers your question. Then you get to the 4C. I got cut off, guys, because of the rain. Then you get 4C hair, which is tighter. So you get 4C with looser curls. And 4A. 4A, I think, is here. I think I've got like, it's not even here, but it's similar, where you get the curl without the kink. You get to a coilier texture, which generally is like the 4 hair, right? Coilier, tighter. I think maybe near the back I would have, where you can't really see the pattern. It's like zzz, instead of a coil, like a spring or a curl. Makes sense? I hope that makes sense. Ooh, what's your anniversary? Oh, Bora Bora or Maldives. Oh my goodness, definitely some island. Oh, I can't wait. So Pupu, hey Pupurai, I love you. She says, I look into the mirror and literally speak to that girl that I see and also pray for her like I pray for others. I love that. I don't think we pray for ourselves enough as we pray for other people, and we need to. Hey y'all, how do you go about getting partnerships and sponsorships with brands? Do you approach them? Do they approach you? Okay, first things first, at the of this stage of my career, I am fortunate enough to have brands approach me more than I approach them. But if you did watch my last year's, I think the last Get Ready With Me that I did last year, I am at a point in my career where I don't want to work with every single brand. I don't want to be labeled, like we're back. I never did live chat. This is my first time. Risejo. So I really forgot what I was saying with brands. So I do get approached more often than I do approach myself. But I got to a point where I was like, well, who do I want to work with going forward? I don't see my brand as, I don't see y'all's channel working with every single brand, just solely because I want you to trust me. And I really honor your trust. I don't want to be somebody where you get to a clicks aisle, for instance, and you're confused, I don't want you to be that person who's like, yo, what did yours recommend? That product, I don't even know now what conditioner is the best in the market, you know? I want you to go into the Click Aisle and know, see, if I had to be with Yolz right here, I know she'd pick out Afro Botanics products without a doubt. So I literally went to brands that I really feel gel with mine, align with mine in terms of their values, and also because I've built a relationship with them long enough to know to give them criticism if there is any. Like, they know I'm very truthful. The brands that I've worked in and out with know if I don't like something, an ingredient or a smell in their products, I'll be not only honest with you guys, but I'll also be able to give them feedback. I mean, I've even had brands come back to me and be like, before we go to market, what do you think of this? So I've come to a point in my career where I can approach when I feel I need to, which helps because you don't stay broke, thank the Lord. But if you're starting out, it's very difficult to get there. So if you are starting out, get yourself to a point where you are using genuine brands you like, you're tagging them all the time on YouTube, on Instagram, you're talking about them. Brands are always watching, brands are always looking for newcomers. Don't ever take that for granted. On your Insta stories, I mean, you see Portia M, a lot of people tag Portia M without even knowing that they're influencing, excuse me. And if Portia M has reposted your picture and you send them a DM and saying, listen, I'm an upcoming influencer and I'd really love to generally try your product, I don't think, I'm not making a real life South African example, I don't think they'll say no to sending you products and you reviewing them. Even if you are small and say, well, I'll do it for free. I literally know the team and I know their hearts. They would not say no. It's another person that, firstly, if they already see that you've posted about their brands multiple times on your page, even if it's twice, okay, let's say multiple times though, they're not going to say no to partnering with you. But I'm not saying everyone should just go and grab Portia M now, you know. But if you've been using their products and you genuinely love them, I've been using their products. I started off, yeah, that's a prime example of a brand that did approach me and I said no initially. I actually said, I haven't tried your product. So difficult. I keep going in and out. So yeah, after a while they came back and they were like, okay, cool. Can we still work with you? How are you feeling about our product? And I was like, I love them. Now let's work together, because now I've got a true opinion that's unbiased. It's got nothing to do with you guys sending me products first. I went out to this game. I picked out your products. I paid for them with my own money. And I find those collaborations being so genuine and so real. And if you can do the same without the numbers, trust me, it's going to come out as authentic as it should be. And growth comes from there. People see your authenticity, whether you've got 2 followers or whether you've got 200,000, it still comes out. Lwazi akasaveli atosivusela nje. Shame, he just went to check on Fez. He's actually home as well, self-isolating today. But it's difficult for him because he has to work outside. He works in construction development, so some are not finished yet, and even though they're keeping the safe distance and they've got masks on, it's difficult for them to be at home. But he's at home today. I'll say hi on his behalf. I don't want to be calling him out of the room, possibly waking Fizz up and then ending this abruptly. Top 3 things to do before starting a YouTube channel. Checklist, Nyana. First of all, know your why, okay? Secondly, don't overplan, just plan. Those are literally the first 2 things I think would be brilliant. And thirdly, set a schedule. If you come out organized, consistency is what is winning people in the game. I've seen people come here on YouTube and in 2 months they gain literally 10,000 subscribers, 20,000 subscribers. Look at Bumi's growth, you know. She came in with a plan, and even though it wasn't a fully fledged plan, it was like an unplanned plan. She came into the game and she did her thing, and now she's blowing up on YouTube. So have your why. Once you know what kind of content you'll be doing, stick to that. You can deviate once you're in it. It's like when you're swimming, you can start doing ama styles. The first thing is learn how to swim. Secondly, you can add the styles. Thirdly, do it over and over and over, and you will actually be good at it. You'll be better at sitting in front of the camera. And don't delete those old videos. I've deleted some, but for the most part, my old videos are still there. Not only for me, but for you to see. Like, I started off a bit wonky, not fully knowing what to say, and I just spoke. That was from Sunflower. Her Divine Conversations is saying, hey girl, thanks so much for your boldness and confidence. You are so inspirational. Thank you. How do you feel? Are we back on? Guys, are we back on? Someone say hi, please. We keep going in and out, and I'm not sure if this is gonna save as like a full. I would love to save this. This is the quarantine content we signed up for. Oh, babe. I'm so sad that this live keeps going in and out. I don't even know how long this is gonna last. Like, I generally have strong Wi-Fi. It's fiber, but right now it's failing me. Okay, it looks like we're back on. Looks like we're back on. Oh, looks like we're back on. Somebody say hi. Yes, no. Okay, I completely forgot where we were. Yeah, so saying consistency is definitely key. Will you still be recording the podcast with Bumi since we have to self-isolate? Listen, I've been asking myself that. I think honestly I need to pray. Both of us need to pray about it. As much as we did with our event, which we had to sadly cancel. It's difficult because she's pregnant, as you all know. I've got a baby, she's also got a baby, so we have to really think hard about taking all those things into consideration. Our kids, more than anything, if I get sick, I think I'll be fine. It's my baby. I would not be able to live with myself if I made Faye sick. I wouldn't be able to live with myself. And I think the same for Bumi. It wouldn't make sense to, it wouldn't. So I don't know, we'll see. What we usually do is batch record our vlogs, our podcasts. So I don't know how we're going to overcome that challenge, because either way we'll still need to meet. It would be very weird to have masks on and try to record a podcast. The sound firstly would sound wonky. Secondly, it just wouldn't make sense. Like, am I allowed to touch any of her furniture? Because we usually film at her place, record at her place. It would be weird. It would be weird, but it needs to be done because we have now exhausted all our podcasts. And yeah, we've recorded all of them for March. We still have one more because it's the last week of March. I think we've got one more to do. I'm like, I don't know. Do you actually listen to our podcast, guys? I wonder. Okay, no one's asking. Guys, ask questions. Come on. I don't see anybody there. Is there anyone on the other side? Are you going to save this live? Yes. How do you pronounce your name? Tajo? Tajo. It's a very nice name. Okay, somebody's asking about braid care. I'm probably the last person to ask about braids because I don't braid as often as I probably should. But now that I've got a mohawk, I'm very interested in seeing like what styles I could do with braids. Y'all, how much are sanitizers at Clicks and which ones? So I'm using these actually right now. You can have a limit. They limited it to 6 sanitizers per person at Clicks. They've just restocked, so go. These are $11.99. They're very affordable. They're actually more affordable than these fly-by-nights that are coming out with new. I'm telling you. Let's see what else. We've talked about brands. How do you stay close to God when everything is going wrong? Please and thank you, Michelle. It's not easy, but when things are going wrong, don't run away from him, run towards him. That's like the only thing that keeps me sane, honestly. It's just to be like, and remember that he is God. Sometimes I'm so quick to tell people like, just remember that he's God. Understand that we don't have to understand what's going on. We don't have to understand why things are going wrong. We just need to understand that he's God. And when I have to say it to myself, it's so hard. It's such a very hard and big pillow to swallow. A big pill. Did I say pillow? But I swallow it. I do it, Somebody's asking, Entle, do you think Christians have to go to church? You mean right now? Or in general? I think that the word actually does speak about the gathering of the saints, and the example is a fire. Think about how a fire burns with a lot of logs, okay? It burns together with logs. If you are all on your own, how are you going to burn a single log, So it's all about also finding purpose in church, because you can go to church. Some people go there simply to go socialize and meet people and meet friends, and not make vital spiritual connections. For me, I want to go to church to learn and grow, and that's solely the purpose of church, I believe, for us to burn together. There's a fire picture next to me. For me to keep burning my fire for God, I go to church so that I become part of all these different logs that continue burning. And sometimes it becomes the oil, you know, when I'm feeling discouraged, I can go to one of the older ladies and speak to them. Our marriage counseling, our premarital counseling, you know, came from church, and it really helped. We didn't know half the things, and when we were faced with real challenges in marriage, we went back to those notes and those lessons that we learned during our premarital counseling, and that wouldn't have happened if we weren't part of a family church, a community. It doesn't have to be a big church. I go to a really small church, to be honest with you. It's a proper family church. We are literally family, like Fez is their baby kind of family. And then at times we do socialize. We do host like a games day here at home, and we have like the younger people come over and play games. But I just think it's really important for us to burn together. Otherwise, 7 days a week, who's going to encourage you to go back to that scripture? And right now, obviously, COVID-19, if you go to a big church, I would advise like online, if there are online sermons, to do that. If you guys can be logged in and watch videos, you know, church videos, like whatever works for you. For me, for Fez's sake, we have not gone this past Sunday. We did excuse ourselves. My husband did it on our behalf because he's the head of the house. He was a bit nervous, but he had to do it. And that's just for the safety and our health, you know, just prioritizing that. But I miss church, I miss the people. And we have, you know, Bible study on Thursdays, which it's also going to be another conversation. Do we go? Do we gather? It's so hard. I'm unable to see any new questions, but I'm going to scroll up and check. Hello people, I see a lot of new people here. Please send messages and let's see if they're loading. Tando is saying, yay, I made it. She made it. Ooh, ooh. Oh, there we go. Yay. Okay, I was able to reset. Becoming Dineo M said, you ask anything that you want, y'all's advice on it. Clarify. Oh, sorry. Are you interested in collabs with small influencers? Actually, yes. I don't just do collabs with just anyone, no. But if it's a solid idea, somebody did actually approach me, a smaller influencer, and I'm like, yeah, let's do it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the size of your channel. I just always think if you're doing anything with anyone, offer value. Let's both uplift each other. Let me see value in what you're doing, and you obviously would not approach somebody if you don't see value in what they're doing. So yeah, absolutely. If you have a brilliant idea, bring it on. Sometimes I don't always get a chance to respond to all of my emails. I don't always get a chance to, you know, say yes or no, but absolutely, I definitely always keen to collab. You guys have seen that. Doesn't matter the size. It's just all about bringing our audience good content. How fulfilling is it when someone speaks of how you inspired them? Oh, babes, sparks fly, literally. But I don't want to talk about myself too much. How do you keep the house so neat with a toddler? Wow, I don't know if it's so neat. Okay, this is failure right now. We have a helper. That's how we do it, to be honest with you. Weekends, it doesn't look like this. I recently started listening to your podcast. Y'all are doing the things. Thank you so much. Thanks. You're the big sister we never had. Thank you. Oh, are there live streaming options for Skype? Oh, that's cool. I'll do that, Vicky. Thanks so much for that suggestion, Vicky Mac. Hey, y'all. I've been curious to know approximately how much do you make from YouTube a month? Wow, do tell. Do you work? How much do you make, Bon Claire? A lot of people are curious, but it's like, you're asking for my salary, though. That's confidential. And I think I have spoken about this. I do have videos on that where I've like dribbled. This is so annoying, guys. Come on. Oh, V's got a question. Let's see V's question. Okay, let's see V's question. It's so difficult because I don't see everything with the internet going in and out. I'm getting closer. My skin is up close. Vicky or V's question now? V. Wait, Nompumelelo? Whose question are we talking about? There's a lot of V's. I'm seeing Venture with Joy. She's a V. Thanks. I love you too, Venture. With Joy, it's Palesa, right? Oh, there's V. Are there any legal requirements or procedures for starting an online Insta shop? I don't think so. actually, but it's a great question. Sorry that I'm moving around. I was trying to get internet connection. It's we got 100 likes. Yay! Guys, please like the video, ne? I'm not sure because I just started my Instagram page last year. There were no real like, requirements. I just started the page as long as I think I had a logo and I had my product. Yeah, I don't think so, but definitely like research. I don't have an online store. If you do have an online store, I believe you have to obviously have a domain before starting like a normal website, and register your company. That's the safest thing. And also trademark your name if you can, because there are people out there who will go. You've registered your business name on SIPC and they will go and trademark it. So please trademark, especially nowadays. V, sorry. No Pumelelo's got your back. No Pumelelo's got your back, y'all. Do you think you'll ever get bored and go back to corporate career? So I still kind of have a bit of a corporate career. Like my husband is still very much in construction. He owns a development. Well, he project manages developments, construction developments. So we do have projects like passion projects that we do, which is, I don't know if it's like fully corporate. Does that make sense? So we do talk to corporates and we do talk to people for our land, and if we're building and doing those kind of things, we sort of dabble into it. And I also do consulting, so I do consult corporates. So I'm not sure if that makes sense. I do kind of dabble in corporate here and there. I do go to offices as a consultant, not just as a creator. Guys, everyone had Reese back here. I listen to your podcast and it's so inspiring. Thank you. How often do you visit your family in Cape Town? Last year we went twice, I believe, in Cape Town. Was it twice? Maybe 3 times. My mom came here in December, so there was no need. It's just my mom and my sister that's in Cape Town at the moment. My brother lives a few houses away from mine. So yeah, he lives in the same complex as me. Yes, keep liking, guys. I love these likes, please. What likes do, somebody actually did ask one time, what do likes do? Because they don't obviously give us more money. They basically tell the algorithm, the YouTube algorithm, that this video is good. So it helps with your ranking, okay? So I do want to save this video, which I hope I can. With the in and out of the internet, I'm not sure. But basically they tell the algorithm that this is a good video. People are recommending it to other people, and that helps. Even when you share a video on Facebook, it basically tells YouTube, share this to other audiences, share it to new audiences who like similar content. They may not be watching a South African YouTuber, but they may be watching a UK or US YouTuber who's doing similar content to the South African, and therefore they might recommend it to them. So it just helps more people see your video, essentially. The algorithm is so tricky, so any likes I can get, I'm gonna take them. I'm gonna take them. Oh, I love you guys so much, guys. Yes, it's awesome, Joy. Like to have close family close by. Also, like down the road, Lwazi's uncle lives down the road with his aunt. His mom is here in Gauteng, so it also helps to just have like family around. I have more in-laws than my own family, but my gran is also in Springs in Johannesburg, so that helps. Hey, I just tuned in. Girl Mukhadi, welcome. Kindly advice on how one can work with car brands. So in South Africa, they generally work with people who have established numbers, not big numbers, maybe more than like a few thousand followers. But I've seen them work with like people with 4,000, 5,000 followers. So try to grow your following, maybe if you don't have like a few thousands. Approach them. A lot of brands do it for free. Like the Ford that I drove, I've had 2 Fords from Ford, the EcoSport and the Fiesta, and it was for free. It was just a trade exchange. There was no requirement on how many posts I need to make. There was no strict campaign. It wasn't like a stringent campaign, but I had to report back. All they did was give me a car for 2 weeks. If I wanted it longer, I could have asked, and for me to just exchange content for the car. And then sometimes they fill it up, sometimes they don't. So you have to take that risk as well. Has it stopped raining? Yes, but it's still get to do. I hope you guys can hear me clearly though. Can we have a story time? Wow, two people ask at the same time. Wowzers, 1 minute apart. What kind of story do you guys want? At this point, to be honest with you, maybe we should do story times. Maybe do you guys follow me on Instagram? Because I feel like Instagram lives are easier. Also, the internet on Instagram live will probably be stronger than this. Maybe we should do story time there. I don't fully like story times on YouTube because that's not my main content. I'm a great storyteller. Let me tell you. Like I can even blow my own horn. I am great at it, but it's not part of my main content. Does watching a video over and over help to get more coin? Watching ads and not skipping ads, that's what gets our coin. Whether or not you're rewatching the video, just watch the ads. Just keep them rolling. Sometimes YouTube, I hope they don't flag this video, but YouTube has now been doing these long ads, 4 minutes of people having a full conversation. I don't know what's going on, but I have to watch them when I'm watching my own videos and I'm checking like if I've done. I sometimes. Okay, guys, looks like I'm live again, but I don't see myself. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, honeys, I think this is it for the live because YouTube doesn't want to do the things, or rather, my internet doesn't want to give me a chance. I'm so sorry, but I'm gonna have to end the live in like 2 minutes. I just want to say a proper goodbye. I'm that person, hey, if I'm at an event and there's people there, yeah, this network is bad. I'm that person. Even if I was outside and I said goodbye to the outside people, I'm like, no, I can't leave, I have to go back inside and say goodbye. So this is me officially saying, let me just say goodbye properly. Pupurai, thank you. Yo, guys, I literally have like an online friend. Connie, you know who you are. We email each other and stuff. Babes, I still owe you a response to your email, your last email. So I'm saying goodbye officially to you. Yvonne, you mentioned you use fiber. I think we use Bronnenberg. My husband knows all the details. What is this now on my mouth? Ew, alright, Yolz. I'm gonna say goodbye looking so shady. Take care. Bye, guys. I'm about to leave. Y'all, I need to know how you felt about your hubby the time y'all were dating. Crazy in love. Cross fingers. You need to know about it. Hey, guys, we've been in love. We love love. So you two, we are both lovers. We both givers. I'm not sure what else I need to say about the time we were dating. Yo, bestandana. Yeah, babes, the network is really bad. Oh, my favorite YouTubers. It's so difficult to say because there's so many. I can think of a lot of South African YouTubers. Obviously, my friends, you know, all my friends. And YouTubers you don't know, I actually really watch. I'm going to mention the ones that you probably don't think of because you can think of everyone that I've collabed with. I think I collaborated with about 10 influencers last year. But my YouTubers, I'm just going to mention this and then I'll go. I promise. You see, I'm that person. I am that person. I'm saying goodbye and I take long. Now the internet, it mustn't come between us. Where was I? So my favorite that you haven't seen me collab with, I think I've collabed with Snee, yes. Love ZX Online, love Guillermo M, love K Republic and her content, love K Yarms. Oh, her content is amazing. It's crisp. When it comes to makeup technique, it's amazing. I'm just trying to think of everyone who I haven't collabed with, that I love on here. Who else do I watch a lot? Lebu Kuti, she's amazing. Please go and subscribe to her channel. She's an OG. Lebu, Lebo, Lebu, and Kuti, Kuty. So yeah, those are people I haven't collabed with that I'm hoping to at some point, but I really love their content. Guys, I really need to go now, though. I've been saying goodbye for the longest time. Riranzu, yes, I'm so glad you enjoyed it, love. You are most welcome. What do I use to edit my videos? iMovie. I usually add this in my description box, but I stopped because you guys don't read them sometimes. So yeah, that is it, guys. Thank you so much. I saw that you follow Jackie Hill Perry and have reposted her tweet in your IG recently. She's a reformer, a Baptist. So many questions. Do you go to a Baptist church? Oh wow, that's deep, man. That's a whole conversation for another day. I follow a lot of creators that go to different churches, and I started following Jackie Hill Perry when she was P4CM. She was part of the poetry, poems, and that kind of thing. So yeah, that's how I started following her. I didn't actually know that she's a reformer. And Nikki, way babes, I'm about to go now. But she's asking about growing her hair issue. Oof, oof. Internet thing is vumele manje. I've been growing my hair, but my issue is that the hair on top grows well, the sides are dry. Try to moisturize at night. When you do sleep, you probably sleep on your sides. That is my last advice. So massage your scalp with castor oil just a little bit at night for about 2 or 3 minutes before you go to bed on both sides. And then when you are sleeping, try to switch sides every night. So you sleep on this side tonight, tomorrow night on the other side. That is it from me, guys. I am out. Thank you so much for joining my live. We've been here for almost an hour. Can you believe it? Ha, you guys are the real MVPs. The likes are still going up. I'm going to try and save this live. I don't know how I'm going to do that. If it doesn't save, y'all know this is my first time. I didn't do it right. Bye, guys. I don't know how to end this live. This is funny. I don't know how to end this, guys. So I like have no what must have can happen now. How do you no. Okay, can we end the live now? I suppose I just end it. Let's try to just end it and see what happens. Are you sure you want to end?